We're basically there to help the community during adverse weather conditions, so snow, people get stuck in mud on car parks and so on at events. We're there to help out with all of that.
What is it about a 4x4 that makes it really good for those conditions?
It's basically just the way the vehicle is set up. An ordinary two-wheel vehicle will tend to spin in snow. A four-wheel drive vehicle will give you much more traction. Most of them have got added things like low range and diff locks, very technical stuff, but that enables them to go where other vehicles just simply won't go.
So can you give us an example of the sort of things you get called to and help with?
If there's a heavy snowfall, that's when we really get under pressure. We've agreements with hospitals, GP practices and so on, so we will ferry nurses and doctors to hospitals. We'll also ferry district nurses and so on around to inaccessible places, vulnerable people. So snow is our big kind of time, but we also have agreements with the police, so they will call us out for search and rescue. If they can't get a search team to a particular location, very often we can get them there.
Are you ready for any adverse weather, or are you ready for winter?
We're ready for the snow whenever it comes, basically, yes. We test the systems every so often. We did that just recently. We called all of our members out. They knew it was just a test, but we arrived at various locations, checked all the equipment and so on. So yeah, we're confident, we're ready to go.
How long have you been doing it, and why did you want to help?
I've been doing it not as long as many of the members. I've been a member since early in 2013. I've got a 4x4 vehicle. I use it with individuals to sort of help them out, but this seemed a much better way of doing it in a meaningful sort of way, in an organised way. And I value all the training that I've been given.
What sort of reaction do you get from people when you pick them up?
Oh, they're usually very grateful. I mean, otherwise it's a long walk very often for them to get even to an area where they might get public transport. So if you're a nurse clocking on really early in the morning, a nice warm 4x4 turning up is very welcome.
Do you find that some people don't even really realise that this service exists until they need it?
Absolutely, and some folk don't realise it exists even when they do need it. So GP practices and so on, we can make arrangements with them, but they need to contact us. We respond to requests.
And how many members do you have?
We've got about 150 members, but we've got active responders. We've got just over 80 at the moment.
Are you always looking for more people to help join?
Oh, it's always good to have new volunteers, particularly if there is a spell of bad weather. We can use as many volunteers as we can find. So yeah, and there's a social side to the group as well, so people are very welcome to join.
And do you need to undergo any training?
It's not a requirement to join, but we do a lot of training with our members. So we train them in driving in adverse conditions, off-road, recovery, first aid. A lot of our folk have gone through amateur radio licence training because we use amateur radio a lot in communication. So there's an awful lot of training that we do. We tend to do that in the summer.
So if people would like to find out more, is there a website or a phone number?
There's a website. That's probably a good place to start. Sussex 4x4response.org.uk. You can join the forum without joining the group, and that'll give you all the information that you need.